Hey everybody, I'm just Q, and I am back with some more Eternal Evolution. It is patch notes day, so let's go ahead and go over the patch notes. But before we do that, I know it just kind of went back and forth. We're looking at a new lineup here. I know this looks pretty like, what in the heck? But this is one of my random accounts that I have on the SDA server. This is generally where I am currently. I'm just building it up. So when there is new content, eventually once I've built my account up here, then I can test that new content for you guys as it does come out. And we'll just see what happens. I mean, everything's been happening kind of different on this account. So from the different events to how the events have been kind of rolling out. Let me grab that before I forget. So I'm just doing everything and playing the game, honestly playing kind of casually. And what I mean by that is like I'm not taking this one as seriously, and I'm doing different strategies. One of my strategies that I'm pulling, just to kind of sum this up so I don't have this intro be too long, is the no artist challenge. So obviously I mean, artist is not super amazing or anything, it's just I don't want to use him at all. So I don't even want to build him. I've been using him as food, and I kept him in my bag, so that's just it. Even if I am partly correct, let me see. I don't know if I grabbed his... I think I grabbed his gems because, I mean, it was just gems. It is what it is. I grabbed his gems because I did end up pulling him anyway, even though I did the little code to get him, or, well, you know, you get the pre-registration to get him, but, you know, I still ended up pulling him. So either way, he was still in my inventory some type of way, but couldn't avoid it forever. But that's generally it for this account. So let's go ahead and go over the patch notes. How's everybody doing? Like, today is currently Wednesday for me, March 1st. So I wonder how did your Wednesday go? How is your Wednesday going if you're watching this later in the evening? Because for me, it's after work and I'm recording. So is what it is. And I'm obviously forgetting how to go everywhere. I'm just happy to be off work. And it was a long, busy, day. So obviously forgetting how to get to the patch notes here. I might start doing my patch notes within Discord because I just like how chill the environment is on Discord. So I mean, just reading stuff on Discord, it's a nice dark screen. It's a little bit less bright on your computer or phone, wherever you're watching. So let's go ahead and start it off because I heard that the update is really, really good. So first off, we have new hero. So that's always great. So we have new hero, Northian the Skylord. First of all, the name. I know everyone, if you haven't been here before, I've always talked about names and skill names and people's names and, well, hero names. They do really good. The Skylord, first of all, really good. I already like it. Primo. He is a triple S level Atlas energy hero, skilled in range, monster bait, and multi-target damage. Went down too far. So already, range, monster bait, and multi-target damage, I can already see what's going to happen. So right now, they're trickling in these heroes, like, and I don't mean to say that, like, okay, they're making the heroes too slow. So please don't judge me on my choice of words here. But they're building all these, coming out with these new heroes at a really, really good pace. Honestly, a fast pace, like a really good moderate pace, like fast enough for people who can build heroes fast to be, happy because they can play with a new hero. They can test them out and see like, where can I use them? Are they god tier for me? And then, but slow enough to where even if a free-to-play person or budget-to-play person is like, hey, they're coming out with new heroes, what do I do? Who do I go for? You can generally just, honestly, in my personal opinion, either watch the content creators that have like creator-based accounts that get to have lots of summons or whales, build these people and give their opinions on them. Watch multiple channels, multiple people, see what they say, and then make your assumption off of that. Or, like other people, make multiple accounts. So they're doing very good. So, but then we also have another new hero. This is just an elite hero, but Old John, he's an elite Terran hero, skilled in knockback, slow, and true damage. So already what I'm seeing here, again, going into what I was just talking about with them coming out with these new heroes at a really good pace, is kind of like it's going to start to affect meta, like eventually. Why do I say that? So for range, monster bait, multi-target damage, already comes to mind summoners. So number one, Northian, the Skylord. I'm going to just call him Skylord. Skylord's going to be very good for the Spider Guild Hunt boss, because he has that multi-target damage. So obviously you want that either AoE damage or multi-target damage in that guild boss. So that's one place he's good for. And then for Old John, skilled in knockback, slow, and true damage, if he's single target with that and he has no like multi-target abilities necessarily, we won't know until we try him out. Then he's going to be very good for the whale boss. So I mean, that means you won't have to necessarily just build assassins for the whale boss. You can, of course, use your other hunters as well. But I mean, with that true damage, just I mean, depending on how high his damage could get, fully bending him out with the right commander and other things and synergy, maybe off of going with a res. I already have expectations. That's all I'm saying. It's really good. Elite heroes, you can't sleep on all of them. There's some that are good, some that are okay, some that, you know, you need to put them inside a box and leave them there. But new events and event optimizations. A new limited recruit event will open on most servers. During the event, you'll be able to recruit Northern artists and Rakana at higher rates and at the limited recruitment. So here we go. So I mean, that's pretty much a given. I mean, new Triple S hero coming out. So I'm not sure how I feel about that artist being in there if I was going to pull for him. Because I know on one of my accounts, my artist is definitely maxed out. So at that point, I mean, it's just food. Hopefully they do figure out what they want to do for food. I used to play a game called, I still play it. I just play it kind of on and off here and there. Mythic Heroes. And on there, I actually have a lot of characters that are just like fully maxed out rainbow characters. And I can't put any more food into them. Now, what they've started doing on there is like your extra copies can be used in a store, or you turn your extra copies into these coins that could be used in a store, and then what happens is you use those coins to buy other characters that you don't have maxed out. So maybe along like down the line they'll do that. And the reason why I'm not really worried about it right now is because I mean, I personally don't have too many extra copies of characters that I've maxed out. I mean, I got a generally good handful of them, but I don't have enough to where I'm complaining about it. So, but I do know there's some people out there with a lot of stuff, and they probably even had to use some of them as food just to get them out of their box. So, to each their own, but it'll give time for people to kind of catch up. And then where everyone has food, then once you start having a store like that maybe in the future, then everybody like, oh man, my account kind of progressed because I had all this extra food in my box. And I used it to get these other copies of this other character that I didn't have copies of. So, you see what I'm saying? So, patience. Just having patience. Another new limited recruitment event will open on some servers. During the event, you'll be able to recruit Ravina, Boar, and Sorietta at higher rates at the limited recruitment event. So, I mean, already, Ravina is definitely one of those characters that I personally need for my AoE team, for my Ancient Altar, my AoE team for Guild Hunt. So there is the thought to go for her. The only thing that sucks for me is like I'm really waiting for my the next double chips. The reason why I kind of mentioned this is another reason why I wish I would have put my calculator on or just record. I'm probably just going to start recording my whole entire screen. I'll just put my BlueStacks in full screen maybe. Or if I'm doing patch notes, I mean, I'll just be in Discord in the future. But when I did the math on it for double chips, so say you have an event where you get very lucky. Say like, well, I forgot who else. I believe I was watching Dan Hellman. So Dan Hellman got very lucky where his recruitment event matched up with his giant tower event, and he just he did his 1100, or in the next one is probably going to be the next number is going to be 1500 for the red prototype. But so he did his number. Now if you're doing that, you're getting like immense returns already, because you're getting extra copies of the hero you're going for through the giant tower, along with other items you can possibly choose from if you don't need any more copies. But then you're also getting, of course, in the future, red prototype. But for this time, Bailey, card selection, gene hybrids. Obviously, I think it's 2 of them. So not bad. But if you're taking that same, say, 1100 and you're multiplying that times 2, 1100 divided by 80 versus obviously 2200 divided by 80, you get more gene hybrids over time. It's just the sake of patience. So that's the thing that I'm thinking about from my perspective as a free-to-play player. Has nothing to do, again, personally, with Dan Hellman. I just used him as an example because he just had a really great event, just kind of time it perfectly with another event, and he was able to benefit off of that. But if you're not benefiting off of anything like that, I personally say if you're not finding something coming around that you can benefit from, wait for double chips, because it's going to get you a lot of gene hybrids over time, and then you're going to be able to just max out, especially your triple S characters. So, I mean, especially if you're free to play, you don't put money into the game, or even a little bit for like a monthly pass. I don't want to kind of stave off the people who buy monthly passes or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you don't have nothing to help you accumulate summons in a general faster fashion than just you playing the game and getting what it gives you, then you might have to wait for double chips every once in a while. That way you can get more gene hybrids and upgrade those very, very, very powerful and valuable triple S characters. So that's just my personal opinion. So I mean, I'm mixed opinion on it, because again, Ravina is very, very good, and I have not gotten as many copies of her as I would like to. But again, that's another reason I wait for double chips, so I can just put gene hybrids into her, and I get a decent amount of gene hybrids during different events. So we're going to go ahead and talk about a new details gathering event will be open on some servers. The main rewards of this event are changed to Nafane copies, which is pretty good. I mean, hey, I think generally for free to play, I think I only get, was it 1 or 2? I mean, I only get to go to 11. I know that's like the little number. So I mean, anything over 11, you have to put a little bit extra into that event. New Jamuzo's Bell event will open. I always love Jamuzo's Bell. I mean, you get lucky, sometimes you don't. I think I pulled a copy of Bada out of there. Trust me, if you've ever been in chat on Discord talking about Bada, you will know why. Just hearing her name is funny. So I'm still gonna work on her at some point and figure out maybe there's something we could do. I don't know. Right now, just reading her skills, I have no clue. I'm not about an expert. I just got 1 copy of her. During the, let me see. So for Jamuzo's event, during the event, you can use the event items to draw rewards from Lucky Spin. The main rewards of this event are changed to Northian, Ravina, and Mythic Divine Prototype, Ring Upgrade. That sounds amazing. Again, Ring Upgrade, love these names. I want to be greedy, just saying. So if I sound more hyper than usual, because again, I told you guys I'm an introvert. Long day. This is my stress-free time, so loving it. A new Galactic Treasure event will open on some servers. During the event, you can defeat opponents in the Galactic Arena to get Warrior Stones to draw rewards. Please don't forget, you don't have to spend all your Warrior Stones. If you don't like what's generally on that first page, or whatever the case may be, save up your Warrior Stones. Save them up, save them up, save them up, and then knock them out, for another event or something like that. You do not have to spend all of those Warrior Stones. You can save them strategically for other things or other events where, you never know. Something else could be happening, or another, reward out there, that you really, really want to just go ahead and go for. So, you could also do the strategy of not just saving, period, or you could also do the strategy of, if you do all of them, I think there's like a overcap kind of thing, like maybe a couple or a few days where you can save a few extra here and there. And if you want to just complete, save the few extra, complete, save the few extra, you can also do that strategy too. Or you can complete and, just like I said, just kind of choose which ones you really want to do, which ones you want to really want to complete. But you don't have that's one of the materials you can save. You can save the Galactic Treasure material, and also when there's an elite chapter, you can save the meteorite crystals as well. You can save those as well. You don't have to spend those. A new season of the Rise of Heroes will open on most servers. The main rewards of this event are changed to Old John Shard. So off the bat, if you can already do at least hard mode, I would say even if you get somewhat lucky with easy mode, maybe, possibly, I can't remember how far easy mode really took me. But if you could do at least hard mode, you should be able to get Old John up to Immortal for free. So there you go. That should be something you should be ready to use. All you got to do is kind of optimize gear as best as you can. Who knows? Maybe even look at some of the new gear sets and see if that'll work for him. But that's a free Immortal character right there. A new 30-day login event will open on all servers. The rewards will be changed in the next 30-day login event. So essentially just calendar flipping over. Game content adjustments and optimizations. Unlock the Boss Reaper Deca in the Mirage space. So I think that's the new boss where it was just like coming soon. Same for the other gear that's coming in. So yeah, added some new equipment to the boss fights, optimized the guild system, added new guild icons to improve your experience, added a new triple S level energy commander. Oh wow, Grace. The AoE damage of allied heroes will charge Heartseeker Fighter Jet. When the energy is full, the next instance of AoE damage will call the Heartseeker Fighter Jet to inflict damage to all enemies. That's amazing. So obviously, if you're already thinking about it, really great if you're already running AoE damage for your, spider guild hunt. Really good if you're just an AoE person for PvP. Wherever you want to use AoE at, this is obviously going to be your go-to commander. But already I would say numbers are going to go up for guild hunt, especially for people who've already optimized their spider boss teams. Now they just farm for their commander. Obviously, you got to reroll here and there for the right ultimates or skill ups. Also, even the passive skills on the side, if you know what I mean, like giving your front row defense or attack, or assassins up, hunters up, energy attack up, something like that. So I mean, it just kind of depends on what you get. So that's what people are going to be farming for, and eventually, once you get the right one, then your spider boss numbers go up exponentially, depending on how your teams are. So that's really good. I like to see that they're trickling those in as well. These the triple S commanders, they're coming in very slowly. Again, fast enough for us to see progression, but slow enough that it does not feel like the game's being rushed. Amazing job. So when there are 3 or more energy heroes on the battlefield, let's see, 5 ranged heroes increase attack damage and slow enemies. This effect lasts for a few seconds, kind of stack, and then it says in PvP mode, the attack and max HP of allied units are increased. Very good, very good. So again, like I said, it depends if you're running AoE in your PvP. So and of course they have some interface adjustments and optimizations. I will let you guys kind of like read over that. If you want to read over that, you can go ahead and pause right now. But that's pretty much about it. So I mean, this update, another amazing update. I'm already looking to Rise of Heroes, because Rise of Heroes is just one of those events where you feel like you're getting so much progress out of everything, because not only do you get the free immortal character once you can, again, I would say maybe hard and above, maybe I'm being a little too overzealous, or expecting a little bit much out of easy. I can't remember, because you generally get to the hard mode pretty fast in your career for Rise of Heroes, but you get the free immortal character. So that's number 1. So other than that, you also get a ton of summons. You also get a ton of materials. That's also one of the reasons why, I mean, if I was on my my other account, I think I have over 300, 400 energy just sitting around. And I know there's going to be somebody like, well, maybe that's why some of your progress is kind of slow. For me, I'm saving up the energy for something else. That's just me. That's me personally. I know it might seem a little crazy, but hey, if I did everything the way that everybody else on YouTube did it, then there would be no point in me making a YouTube channel. Just saying. So that's just me personally. I'm saving it up. I have a reason for it. There's one reason I will say. I just like to be able to save up materials and then later go farm for summons if I need some extra summons. So I like to have extra currency on hand just in case my numbers are short. That's one reason already. But another reason is because of, as you see, they're trickling in different commanders. There might be a time where I'm like, oh man, I really want to go farm for that commander. I have no energy, so just gotta wait every single day and refresh. So that's it, or buy some here and there, for with my gems that I earn every day. So for right now, I'm just holding on to it. I'm gonna see what kind of round number I want to get to, and then I want to use it, because at a certain point, at a certain point, if I can English, there becomes a point of diminishing returns because I'm not using the energy. So I do know that much. I'm not going to be that, hold it that much. But this is amazing. Galactic Arena, Rise of Heroes, both of them together. We should be getting a free triple S hero as well from Galactic Arena. Don't know which one is going to be, so I don't want to say. But free Triple S hero, and then also free Immortal Elite hero that you can use immediately, and you can plug into one of your guild hunt teams, especially again single target damage. So if you don't really have much single target damage, then old John should be able to help you as long as you can get some good gear on him. But that's pretty much it for the patch notes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If I was a little bit more hyper than usual today, this is not a usual thing. It's just a long day. I'm very happy to be around you girls, you guys, and just make another video, especially since I'm not sick now. So I have a little bit of, clear my throat now and again. But again, oh man, when you're sick, all you think about is like, man, all those times where my nose was not stuffy and I did not appreciate it. So I'm just a little happy. That's all it is. But I'm still your same old cute, same chill guy. And the same rule goes. When you're here, I want you to stay happy always. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.